Good morning and welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. Glad you're here this morning. If you're brand new, this is a cooking community. Very glad you're here. Stick around, say hello, tell us where you're from. I saw this recipe and I tweaked it a wee tad, but I was intrigued. I tell you. So let us start, shall we? We're gonna need 2 carrots. Now this would be a side dish, 2, maybe 4 people. 2 carrots of medium size, right? All right, so we're gonna get started. Look at this bowl. Is that pretty? I decided to use this bowl just because it made me smile. That's how I pick all my dishes or my coffee mug every morning, whatever makes me smile. Now, we're gonna take the carrots, and this is a hand grater. If you don't have a hand grater, but you have a box grater, you certainly could use that. Or if you have a food processor that has the grate attachment, for me, the hand one is just as easy. Okay, so I'm not using the bottom half there. I cut off the bottom. We're gonna need between a cup and 1 3/4 and 2, or a cup and a half to 2 cups of carrots for what we're doing. And so here you go. There we go. So you can see it's about a cup and a half to 2 cups of grated carrot. I think you could buy grated carrot at the store. I'm not certain. Now we're gonna add some cheese. Cheese? Oh yes. Now I'm pulling out the little pieces of cheese that I have. This I think is Gouda. It's Gouda. And we're gonna need, but you can use any kind of cheese you have. Well, you know, smoked paprika is something new. I've discovered that already grated carrots, and because I'm lazy, Vicky like it. Well, you know, and that's fine if you can find them. And again, a lot of times it comes down to cost versus lazy. And 9 times out of 10, I'll do lazy. But like the other day when I did the cabbage stuff, the store I went to didn't have that grated angel hair cabbage stuff, and so I ended up having to get ahead. I got ahead. Okay, so now I'm gonna use, let's see. Oh, my mom gave us that big thing of Swiss cheese. See, I just put it in a big bag. And then if you just have cheddar is fine. If you have a Longhorn, a sharp cheddar, a mild cheddar, Gouda, I think probably mozzarella or even a provolone would work in here. I don't know. Hey, Anita. I don't know if you want to go so far as to do like a stinky cheese, like a blue cheese or a feta. I'm just not certain about those. Okay? Hey, Barbara. Good morning. All right, so now into here, about a cup of grated cheese. Whatever cheese floats your boat, whatever you have in your pantry, okay? Now, I know that you're interested. Cheese and carrots? Oh, cheese and crackers. Okay, now to this, I'm really about to freak you out. Ready? Where's my 1/4 of a cup? Instant oats. Instant oats. Cindy, this dish has gone to pot. I'm gonna put in a 1/4 cup. Is that enough? Maybe just a little more. No, 1/4 cup. All right, a 1/4 cup of instant oats. Now I've really freaked you out, right? Okay, here we go. Now some seasoning. Hey, Deb. Some salt. Some pepper. And then I'm gonna add some garlic powder. You can put fresh garlic if you want it in there. And of course, because you know I'm glowing today. Aw, thank you. More garlic suggestion and roasted veggies. Okay, Linda, we could do roasted veggies again. And so then I'm gonna put in some smoked paprika in here too. Which, you know, if you have smoked Gouda and then use the smoked paprika, ooh, ah. Okay, so I have my seasonings. I have my carrots, my cheese, my oats, instant oats, and now my seasonings. Now I'm gonna get, how is Philip doing? Philip is at work. He has an egg. See the egg? 1 egg. Ta-da. He worked in the ICU the last 2 days, and then today he's in the clinic, seeing patients in the clinic. Okay, now we're gonna break that egg up and toss this around. I know you guys are freaking out, right? The egg is gonna work as a binder, and I know that you're thinking there is not enough liquid in this thing to do diddly squat, but I promise you it does. Okay, so the egg, one egg is in there, and that's gonna act as the binder. Now, you could add, if you don't like carrots, you could add any veggie you want. You just need to be careful not to add a wet vegetable. So like yellow squash, zucchini squash, those kind of things are wet, and so you would have to like grate them and then squeeze all the water out. Carrots are good. I'm not certain, I haven't experimented with potatoes yet because of the starch level, but who knows. All right, this is a, I can't remember what size. I think this is a shape B90, but I'm not certain. But in case the inside is 7 by 10, 10 by 7. That's the inside. This is not, so if you are a more Polish pottery fan, this is not Rebecca's favorite size, right? This one is a different one. It's similar, except it's not as tall. The sides are not as tall. Instead of 3, this is like 2. And it's a little wider, right? So it's not as, it's more fat like me. So there we go. All right, so I'm gonna give this a spray. Oh, Bev, hello from Lenore. It's okay. All right, give it a little spray. I have preheated my oven to 375 degrees, 375. We'll use this. We're gonna put this in our dish. I know that I've freaked you out a little bit. You could add basil in here if you wanted. You could add cilantro and do some cumin in here. So really, whatever spices, whatever you're in the mood for, you could use that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and then we're just gonna press this out. It is actually quite pretty. Hey Barb, good morning. All right, we're gonna smash that down, and then this is gonna go in the 375 degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. All you're looking to do is, there's gonna be a pretty brown on the top, and so there you go, that's what it looks like. I know just that one egg, but the cheese is gonna melt and it's gonna be lovely. So there we go. Hey Kathy, hey Sandra. In the oven we go. Oh yeah. Now, whilst that goes in the oven, well, maybe I'm gonna do this. Get it. Okay. I'm going to preheat. I'm gonna preheat my air fryer. That being said, I may or may not use the air fryer. I haven't decided yet. I probably will. So our second dish we're gonna make, is with ground chicken. Now again, I'm just trying to open your eyes to something a little different. Maybe you've never purchased ground chicken. Maybe you've never used it. Good morning, Ann, good to see you. I don't use it a whole lot. You're babysitting your god babies. They're sleeping. Okay, Sandra, I'll try to be quiet. I'll try to be quieter. Good morning, Lois. I don't use ground chicken a great deal. I don't know why, except that as a general rule, ground chicken is drier, so then you have to add oil or something, you know, to make it a little juicier. Here's something that I found interesting. So this is the package of this says ground chicken breast, although you can get ground chicken or ground chicken breast. And this is by a company called Purdue, which, you know, they do chicken packaging. I have never seen this before. And I've used ground chicken in the past, and I've never seen this. And I don't know that all companies are doing this, but Purdue has started packing their ground chicken with vinegar and rosemary extract. Some people are not happy with that. I gave it a sniff because I do not like rosemary. I gave it a sniff, and quite frankly, I think it'll be fine. But I didn't really smell anything. So there you go. All right, in we go. There we go. This is 1 pound of ground chicken. Hey, Debbie, good morning. You can double, triple, whatever you need. All right, so to this, I'm gonna freak you out. Are you ready? Oh, I should have used the other thing first. Oh, that's okay. To this, we're gonna add broccoli. Now you have your option here, cheap or lazy, right? I went with lazy, and quite frankly, I forgot to put it on the grocery list. You can buy a head of broccoli and either steam it or boil it, just the florets, right? And then once that's done, cut it or kind of smash it up. Or, because I forgot, this is just broccoli florets. This is in a steamable bag. I stuck it in the microwave and heated it up, okay? So there you go. And so there are our florets in there, okay? I'm gonna just dump them in here. Okay, there we go. Probably, and I'm gonna wipe this off. Hold on, get my carrot stuff off. Probably, if I would have used an actual head of broccoli, I would end up with more broccoli than what I got out of that bag. But that being said, so now you can use your potato masher to do this, or you can use your Danish batter whisk, or quite frankly, you could have put it on a cutting board and chopped it up. Wholly up to you. You could put it in a food processor and do it that way. Carmel, good morning. Okay, so now we have broccoli. I just want to make sure I don't have any really big pieces. You could use the stems. The only thing I would say is dice them up pretty fine. Okay, that's what I would say about that. All right, so now we have ground chicken and about a head of, oh Mom, look, Esther's saying hello. We all, our families, the Goodson family, of course, or the Cronins and the Goodsons, right? We all grew up in the same area until my family moved away, but we all kind of grew up together. All right, to this, what else is she gonna put in there? I'm gonna put in 2 eggs. Well, actually I'm gonna put in, wait, let me check my recipe. I can never remember. 2 eggs, yes, 2 eggs, okay? 1 egg, I need my trash bowl. 2 eggs. That's gonna be our binder. Eggs always work as a binder to keep things together, all right? Now I'm gonna put in my seasonings. Hold on. I have a wet one and a dry one. All right, so salt. What does it say? It says a 1/2 teaspoon. There you go. Pepper. Now, remember, ground chicken has, like, no flavor, so we really need to jazz this puppy up. So I would say ground garlic, right? Or fresh garlic if you want to do that. I would say onion powder, so that's garlic powder. I would say onion powder, or you could chop up some onions and put in there, right? Normally I would put smoked paprika in here, you know that, right? But at this point, you have some options. You're 55 and still connect. You got one of the Danish whisk for Christmas and love it. I got Mom one too. Thank you, Lori. Okay, so at this point, you've got some options. When I do the recipe, I'll put what I used, but you have your options. Now, we've just used salt and pepper, right? Garlic and onion. That's normal. But now, let's say you wanted it with an Italian flavor. You can put in about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, okay? So that's one option. Let's say you want Mexican. Now, this is my homemade taco seasoning. You could put in about a tablespoon of taco seasoning. And so now your chicken chicken patties are going to taste with a Mexican flair, right? I'm going to, just because I bought this and I didn't really know what it would taste like or smell like. It's called Harissa seasoning. Can you see that? Harissa seasoning. So, you know, it smells lovely. And it doesn't really smell, because I was worried curry-like, but no. So I'm gonna put in a tablespoon of this Harissa seasoning. But again, whatever seasoning you want, Italian, Mexican, you can put in curry, wholly up to you, because these are yours and I want you to make them yours. Hey, Jenna, good to see you. Okay, so I used Harissa. I'm excited to see. Okay, now this is wet. You're looking at this and you're going, gosh, Cindy, that's kind of a wet mixture. And of course it is. So we're gonna add some Panko breadcrumbs to this, okay? I still have a couple of big pieces of broccoli. This is a great way, especially if you put the broccoli in the food processor or just, you know, chop, 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 chop. This is a great way to get your kids to eat broccoli. Okay, so I'm gonna use Panko. This came in a box, Panko breadcrumbs. These Panko breadcrumbs don't have any seasoning in them. So, there you go. And I need a cup. I'll measure. Good morning, Trish and Kathy. Good to see you. You're flying to Minnesota on Thursday to visit Emerald. Oh, well, good. Tell Emerald hello. Okay, so there you go. That's a cup of Panko breadcrumbs. All right, let me give this a stir, because now we gotta look. Because I used the frozen broccoli and it was in a bag and I did it in the microwave, those steamables, it had a little bit more liquid in it when I poured it out than I would have thought. So I may, for me, just add a little bit more Panko because it needs to be wet-ish, right? But we want it to be able to get a nice crust on it. So I'm probably gonna add another half a cup, just because mine were wet. Wet. Who wants wet? Blah, blah, blah. And here we go. Now, again, wholly up to you what kind of flavors you want in this. But it's kind of a healthy meal today. Hold on, I gotta check my oven. Oh, smells good. All right. These, you would preheat your oven to 375 again, same thing. Oh, and what am we calling these? Are these chicken fritters or chicken patties, you ask? All right, so here it is. Well, first of all, I'm getting one of these. If we're gonna bake them, I got parchment paper and a baking sheet, okay? And just like the meatloaf, I don't wanna touch it, so I'm putting these on. So you ask, do we call it a fritter or a patty? Okay? And the answer is, if you call something a fritter, you're supposed to fry it. That's kind of the definition. A fritter is, it comes from the Latin, and it's not just me going, oh, well, that's a Southern thing. Fritter comes from a Latin frictura, F-R-I-C-T-U-R-A, which means fritura means a fry, a fry. A croquette, well, it could have been a croquette. I'm just going with the patty. Anyway, so it means to fry or to roast. I am not frying nor am I roasting. And so there you go. Words like frittata or fricassee, also part of that same Latin origin. So I'm gonna call this a patty instead. And my friend Anne is on here and she is in the UK. Remember I said I'm using ground chicken? Well, only in the US would we be calling this ground chicken. If you were in the UK, you would refer to this as minced chicken, M-I-N-C-E-D, minced chicken. So Anne, if you wanted to go look for ingredients, you would need to look for minced chicken. Hey Laurie, good to see you. All right, so there we go. Now, I got the gloves on, and then we're just gonna make patties. You can figure out what size you want your patties. What size do you want your patties? Let me see. Would you just get me a big spoon? You can use your measuring cups, right? And do that, right? To determine. I'm just gonna use one of these, which won't be exact, but that's okay for me. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna take a spoonful. I'm gonna roll first and then flatten. You don't have to flatten. The great thing about this recipe, I'm telling you now, is that you can make meatballs. You can make these into meatballs and cook them this way. You can make them very large and make them into like a hamburger patty looking thing. You could do that. I'm doing these little ones because to me, these are good treats with a dippy sauce. The other thing is you certainly could fry these. A lot of people are like, especially in the South, you would say to me, okay, we're not eating that baked stuff, right? You know what? While we're waiting, here's what I'm gonna do. I got my air fryer heating up. Let me take this out. I heated up my air fryer. There we go. I'm gonna put one. Oh, I probably should have sprayed it, but oh well, 2. I'm gonna put 2 in the air fryer, and let's just see what happens. All right, and then the rest will go in the oven. Because I was gonna air fry, and then, you know, if you have an air fryer, I wanna give you some ideas. But for those of you who don't have an air fryer, and quite frankly, do not want another gadget in the house. Ooh, I got a new gadget. I know you're surprised, right? Cindy got a new gadget, and it's not Polish pottery. So there you go. Because I know some of you say I have too much Polish pottery, but I don't think there's such a thing as too much Polish pottery. How many of you have a knife block? Okay, good morning, Julie. How many of you have a knife block? So a block, right, where you have your larger knives in, maybe a pair of scissors. Good morning, Charlene, good to see you. How many, so again, see how I'm just rolling them up and then I'm making these small little patties out of it. Tell me if your kitchen has a knife block in it. Do you have a knife block? Well, so as I'm waiting for your replies, I have always had a knife block because, you know, I use big knives. I cook a lot. That being said, that knife block, because I had so many knives, it was never, like, there was only 2 or 3 slots that went deep enough. Good morning, Kathy. That went deep enough for my really big knives. And so what that meant is if I got a new knife, I might have to take one of the old knives out of the block and put it in the drawer because there just wasn't sufficient room, right, for that. Which really always irritated me because then that means I used certain knives more than others, which is fine. Okay, so most people own a knife block. The other thing that bothered me about it, it took up a lot of space. And, you know, maybe that's not a big deal, but I have a lot of Polish pottery. And quite frankly, I didn't think the knife block was pretty. I think my Polish pottery is pretty. So therefore, I needed to make some space for my Polish pottery. You have a knife block and a set of knife, okay? Queen of gadgets, there you go. Good morning, Sharon. Hey, Sharon, I used that for Christmas. Sharon made me a sugar scrub for the shower. So good. Oh, I got baby skin this morning. Oh, not a magnetic strip. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna put these 375 degree oven for about, let me see what they say. Let me see. They say for about, oh, they wanted to fry it. So probably 15 minutes, all right? So we're going in. Oh, that's almost. Okay, so here it is. Are you ready? Well, I'm gonna show you the good one. Oh, let me check. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna flip these. Oops. Look in here. Well, you can't really see. Okay, I'm gonna flip. Whoa! Although I don't think you're supposed to have to flip in the air fryer. They're starting to get brown already. Very exciting. That takes up makes your house less heat stuff. Okay, here we go. here it is. Ta and Da. Look at this. Okay, you're gonna ask me the brand. Deslon. Deslon, there you go. But instead of taking up space this way, it's up and down. And I can put, because it has these little, I can put as many knives, you know, like I can put 20 knives in there. And it's deep, so all of the long knives fit in there. And then it has this little doodah, so you could, like, you know, put your scissors on there. Isn't that cool? And so, look, this much space or that much space. So this is my new, oh, I do need to turn some things. Oh, well, there you go. Hello, Charlene from Wisconsin. Yes, we only have 4 states to go. 4 states, and we will hit them all. If you are from, or you know somebody from Nevada, Montana, Wyoming, or Vermont, send them our way. Tell them to say hello and put their state so we can mark them off. Only 4 to go. Anyway, so this is my new doodah. I thought it was cool. It takes up less space than the other, and so I'm happy about that. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Oh, pretty. Pretty. Okay, here, I'm gonna do this. Oh. And that didn't take long. That took like 5 minutes. Look how pretty. Can you see the golden brown? Yeah, it is very hot. Very hot, I tell you. Okay, I'm gonna cut it in half. Oh, it smells good. Mm. Oh, and it's done. Look at that. Look, 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 look. Oh, you can't really see. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Look, inside. Not very good. All right, I'm gonna taste. Mmm. 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 You know what I'm gonna do? Mm. Okay, that's really good. And that took no time. Let's do that. Let me make just a few more. Mmm, that was good. I know I already took my gloves off, so. Leslie Washer is from Montana. I know, but Leslie is not on the show. I'll look, just 1 second. Give me a second. Let me make 2 more of these. And I'll get you you have a friend in Vermont. Text him to join the show. There you go. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 more of these in. And then I have to wash. Ugh, yuck. You know how I feel about meat. Mm. All right, back in. Hello. Go. I like the air fryer because that just didn't take any time at all, did it? The brand of the knife block was Deslon. D-E-S-L-O-N. Deslon. There you go. All right. So there we go. So now, we got to get our carrots out because our carrots are done. Okay, look at this. Are you looking? Is that lovely? They're all brown on the top. The cheese has melted everything together. It smells delightful. I'm just saying, delightful. All right. Watch me do this. I told you everything today was hidden dragonfly. So it's the coffee. It's the coffee. I have this little tray that I'm going, and a little dippy bowl, a little soy sauce bowl. Now, for your chicken patties, you can make a choice. What do you want to dip them in? You could eat them just like this. You could use ranch dressing. A lot of people just like to, if you want, get your kids to eat ranch dressing. Remember on Saturday, I showed you this new stuff I found? Herde, however you pronounce it. Cilantro lime salsa cremosa. That gives it a kick. In my refrigerator, I had some Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce. I mean, you never know what's in mine, right? So, who knows? What would you dip your little chicken patties in? Would you do ranch, the Mexican lime cilantro, or the Chick-fil-A sauce? You tell me, and that's what we'll put in our little dippy bowl, okay? And I'm gonna clean and move just a few things. We gotta cut all All right, now so I'm just gonna cut a few of these. Here we go. While you tell me what kind of sauce to put in here. Look at our carrots. Now, I've just cut these into squares, okay? Lime cilantro, Chick-fil-A, cilantro. See how I've just cut those? Look how they're like a cookie bar, but not sweet, right? Cilantro, ranch, all three. Honey mustard was not an option, mother. Mexican lime. Okay, the cilantro wins. All right, so I'm gonna use this because this has got a kick to it. Ta and da. Look at that. All right, so there we go. Now I have to taste again. I'm the only one eating out of this bowl, so I'm gonna dip. And I might even double dip, so there. Mmm. 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 Mm. I have meat, plus I have my veggies. Mmm. These are good. Good, good, good. Mmm. Especially with that zippy sauce. Let's check our, oh, almost there. I'm gonna flip. Almost there. Yeah, you know what? If you have an air fryer, so much easier, so much faster than putting them in the oven. But of course, if you prefer fry, you can put some oil in a skillet and fry these puppies, and that would be fine too. I know, the happy dance, right? Anyway, so that's what we're gonna have with that. Now we gotta taste these. Let's see. I will taste this one. Look, you can still see the dragonfly in there. Okay, ready? See how they hold together? Now, I'm telling you that this doesn't taste like anything you've ever had before. Joanne, you've never eaten at Chick-fil-A? I like the Harissa. I don't know what it tastes like, but it had a great flavor. Of course, that cilantro lime kind of covered it all up. But yeah, good flavor. These carrot bars don't taste like anything. Wait, you might want to do it with turkey too. Right, you could. These carrot bars don't taste like anything you've ever had. I promise you, I promise you. Joanne, Chick-fil-A drive-thru, if they had Chick-fil-A giving out the vaccines, the whole nation would already be vaccinated. I'm just saying. There you go. Anyway, like nothing you've ever tasted. You've got the cheese, you've got the carrot, you've got the oats, and you're like, what? The egg bound it all together, and then some of our seasonings. It really, I have to be honest. I made this batch yesterday. So this is what's left. There's only half left because I already ate the other ones. I snacked on these all day. It was like, I don't like snacking on a raw carrot or a raw piece of celery. But this was like a really good savory snack that was still pretty good for me, right? I mean, carrots, oats, and cheese. So good. All right, let me get that other out. So if you have an air fryer, I am wholly suggesting the use of the air fryer. Because really, quick. So there you go. That's our whole show for today. Healthy. Because really, there wasn't, what? Oh, Chick-fil-A sauce is great. Yeah, it's a toss-up between the Chick-fil-A sauce and the Polynesian sauce, but there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. Chick-fil-A is pretty lovely. So, for today, we did kind of healthy, but still very yummy. So we did these little chicken patties with broccoli in them. I mean, really? How do you know, this is a great way to get your kids to eat broccoli, but even for you, this allows you something different as a main dish. I don't know if I could do the carrot bars in the air fryer. Maybe, and make them into patties instead of putting them in the bar. Maybe. That's an option, Carmel. I'm not certain. Anyway, so a main dish, right, that is your meat and your veggie, And Terry, it's broccoli. And I used frozen broccoli. So even if you didn't have fresh broccoli in Enid, Oklahoma, there you go. And Anne in the UK, if you wanted to make this, then you would use minced chicken, not ground chicken, right? Terry, you've never been to Chick-fil-A either? Oh my gosh, it's like mind-blowing. The chicken is the best. Okay. And then for a side dish, you can have these as a side dish, the carrot, oat, and cheese, or like you can do what I did yesterday. I was intrigued when I saw this recipe, and I was like, I have all those ingredients. I'm gonna go try it. I snacked on these all day long. I just thought this was awesome. So there you go, chicken patties, not fritters because we didn't fry them. If you fry, you could call it a fritter. And our carrot bars. I hope you had a lovely day. And this was fun. So we got healthy but yummy. So you guys have a wonderful day. From my kitchen to your kitchen, may the rest of your day and until Thursday be quite yummy. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.